Okay, we recording. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word, truth, sincerity. Or just the brothers out here in GMS, LA South Bay. I know it's been kind of wild since I said it, but I linked up with these brothers today in the spirit. Y'all brothers, say y'all names,
I'm the brother Uriah.
The brother Yashar.
You know what I'm saying? Got together with these beautiful brothers, man, and we were just chopping it up, man, like about, the overall mindset that you want to have, being in this truth, man, especially for brothers that's new. You may be a younger brother. You may not necessarily be in the camp. You may just be watching the videos, or you might come out to the camp and, and come to learn. One important thing for brothers to understand is that this is not no hangout, okay? When brothers come out there, this is business. When brothers come out to teach the scriptures and to build brothers up, that's the mindset, okay? Now, of course, brothers in the camp, brothers that have been around, brothers fellowship, brothers break bread, that's something that's built over time, because every brother that comes into the camp, brothers got to be proven. The scriptures speak about proven friend. You know what I'm saying? And some jakes that come out, they may not be, their intentions may not be sincere, okay? Because you got a lot of jakes that come into this thing and they want to be the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they just want to be a part of something because, they see, brothers are on, brothers in videos, brothers getting praised and whatnot. They see the whole, this Israelite thing as a celebrity thing, and it's not about that, man. And a lot of jakes get caught up on that, and they lose the reason why they're really here. You're here to, we're all here to learn and to get better and getting good graces of the Lord. It's all about receiving favor from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because the times that we coming into, man, if you're not on the Lord's good side, man, that's going to be a scary place to be, because the Lord, even though he's coming to bring deliverance, he's also coming to bring destruction. And if you're not in the right spirit, okay, you're not out here moving right, the angels is watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you come out to the camps, you watching these videos, brother, take this thing serious, man. This ain't fucking entertainment, okay? We're not comedians. Even though, brother, sometimes, we use levity, we may joke around a little bit, but this thing, don't get it twisted, this thing is deadly serious. It's war, and you brothers out there, don't be coming with them weak ass excuses, man. Okay, this you either bit with this, or that old school sound. What's that old school song? You can get with this, or you can get with that. You know what I'm saying? Kick rocks, man. If you ain't serious about it, get the fuck out of here, man, because you're just wasting your time, bro.
Was it a Tribe Called Quest that did this song?
I can't really remember.
Someone else.
I can't remember the name. They had so many groups back then, but that's the point is, if you're not really about this, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
The Apostle Gabar said it beautifully. He said, either you're in or you're fucking out.
Yeah.
It's just like, brothers will say it in the spirit, this is worse than the mob.
Yeah.
And then, the Northern Kingdom will say, blood in, blood out. Motherfucker, like, there's no way out of this thing. Once you in, it's like you serving the Lord first and foremost. I mean, yeah, you got brothers. It's a beautiful thing, but look at our history.
Right.
Look at Moses when he cried to get into the land.
Right.
The Lord was like, I'm done with that. He showed him the land, and that was it.
Yep.
But it just goes to show you, when the Lord puts his foot down, he puts his foot down. Look at Saul.
Yep.
He feared the people, lost his kingdom.
Yep.
And the Lord moved on and said, I'm giving it to somebody better than you, a neighbor of yours.
So can I get a quick precept about Kashar?
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Like you mentioned, this is a very serious thing. We're not here to just play around. This is Matthew 20 and 30, and those red letters is Yahweh Shai's words.
Yep.
The blue letter, you know how it has a little title above certain scriptures? It says the unpardonable sin. Matthew 12 and 30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
And you see that? That means the Lord Yahweh Shai, he ain't with that wishy-washy. he ain't with that PC shit. You either with him or you not with him, man.
That's it.
You know, you gotta make a choice, okay? Because eventually you gonna have to make a choice, you know, because the time that's coming, you know, the hour of temptation, you know, what decision are you gonna make?
Count the cost.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta count the cost, you know, because it's gonna come a time where you may not be around brothers, and all that fronting, all that pretending, that's gonna be out of there, man. Yeah. You know, the Lord gonna prove all of us, man. He gonna really see, okay, let's see how real you about this, you know, because you know, you got that saying, the moment of truth. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you watch that movie Donnie Brasco, right?
Yeah, bro.
Like, he infiltrated the mob, but certain things, like, it's gonna come a point where, you know, they gonna test to see if you really about that life, man. Like, if they are, you know, the boss, as they say, if the boss wants you to take somebody out, you can't fake that. You know, it's the same thing with the truth. You know, because when certain things go down, that's why the Lord put certain, you know, brothers in certain situations to test who you really are, man. Are you really about this thing, man? You know, the Lord may have it to where, you know, he might put you in a situation where you have to sacrifice time with your family, man. And the Lord will make it to where, you know, he'll still make it work out with your family. He just want to see how you handle it. You know, he may have it to where, you know, you may not have to, you may have to cut time with your woman or your seeds or whatever, because brothers are giving you more responsibilities within the camp. And, you know, and that may be a challenging thing for a brother that's not used to having, you know, those responsibilities, because, you know, you're supposed to grow in this thing, man. You can't be at the same level as you were when you first came in, because it's brothers that's, you know, coming in after you. You know, you're gonna have to at some point grow to that point where you gotta become like a shepherd to those brothers.
And you may not have those things that you came in with, your woman, your children.
Right.
Look at David's life.
Right.
Then he married Michal, but then he had to go on the run and leave her.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to show you, like, and the Lord planned all of that out.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord did all of it. He planned it all out. And David had to deal with it. He had to be in the cave. He had to be in the wilderness. He had to be hunted. Mm-hmm. Then the Lord gave him the kingdom. But it just goes to show you, you might come in with a woman, and over the course of the truth, she eventually leaves. Because what did Yahushua require? He said, if you don't hate father, mother, wife, children, your lands, your own life, you can't be his disciple. Certain brothers came in with things that they don't got because the truth came first.
Right.
And everybody else had to fall to the wayside.
Yep.
Some brothers ain't ready for that, like you said, Ak.
Yep.
Before you cross over, you better count the cost. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? Because the Lord is going to require everything from you. Mm-hmm. And he going to show you who everybody is. The people you thought loved you. Mm-hmm. Is eventually going to leave you. Why? Because of the truth. Mm-hmm. The truth, you so in love with the truth that your own parents don't want to deal with you no more. But you love the Lord. Your own woman, well, you're going to have to choose between me and that.
Yep.
Well, you're going to have to choose. Most brothers chose the truth and they ain't got the woman no more.
That's right.
So really count the cost in what you involved in. This is a war. Yep. People can die in war. You could die.
That's right.
So when you marching out there, it ain't a damn show. It ain't a goddamn comedic fucking stand-up.
Yep.
This is a war.
That's
you better
right.
be willing to even give up your own life if need be.
Yep, that's right. Go ahead, bro.
If I can read that again,
Yep, read it again.
Matthew 12:30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
Yeah.
If I can say, bro, the Lord called us to do the work.
Yep.
So the work is of utmost importance, and the work has to come out no matter, like the brothers are mentioning, as your screen share black, bro.
It's all good.
Okay,
it's still recorded.
Like the brothers were mentioning, you're gonna catch hell. You're gonna go through certain things. You're gonna be tried. You're gonna be tested. Mm-hmm. But nothing could get in the way of you doing the work. That's of utmost importance. So if someone's out here, lollygagging, being lazy, the Lord will fucking, spew you out, man.
Yeah. Kill you.
Yep. Yeah. That's right, bro.
Or kill that thing that you want above him. Mm-hmm. You gotta understand that our Lord is jealous.
Yeah.
And he's giving you a chance to even get right in his sight again.
Yep.
By him sending his son to die for you, this is of grave importance. And if you take it as something that ain't just a fly-by-night thing, Lord gonna fuck you up, man. We see it with these guys in these other groups.
Yep.
They thought they was, flying high. The Lord is starting to get them all at the back end.
Mm-hmm.
He's checking the receipts. He gonna find you out, like you mentioned, Donnie Brasco. The Lord gonna put you in a situation. It's like, okay, you really love me. All right, this is what you say.
Yep.
You really for me. Okay. You may not be around brothers when the Lord really tests you.
Yep.
He be like, you on your own. Now you got to show me that you really love me or not.
Yep.
So you gonna have to prove to the Lord that you love him more than your woman, than your seeds, than your job, than your own life.
Right. Like with Abraham and Isaac. The Lord tested Abraham to see if he was going to sacrifice Isaac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was just a test, just to see. And that's what the Lord can do, man. The Lord does that with us, daily, man. Daily we're being tried, man. You could be at work and see a woman. You can see a Edomite woman, where her cleavage showing, right? And she got a man, and she looks good. She's very attractive.
Give you the eyes.
You know what I mean? And she's giving you that, that she's flirty and whatnot.
Remember Joseph.
You know what I mean? See? But that's Satan.
Yeah.
And you gotta recognize that's Satan. Because some jakes, they're a slave to their flesh. And that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to become a slave to your flesh, man.
Yeah.
Because that could be what takes you out of this thing, man. Because in some brothers, you gotta be honest with yourself, man. You gotta know where your weak point is. You gotta know what's evil for you, man.
Yeah.
And
give not your soul unto it.
Yep. That's right.
And also study to show yourself approved. Ain't just studying because the apostles say, "Oh, brother, you gotta do a video every day."
Right.
Nah, man. When you study, you go into the history, and the brother just mentioned like it might be a woman at the job that's looking at you. When you go into the history, who had to go through that?
Yep.
Joseph.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in slavery. He was exalted to a high place in Potiphar's house, which was the captain of the guard for Pharaoh. And his woman wanted Joseph.
Right.
And Joseph was like, he knew the law. Like, nah, I can't do this. This is a man's woman. And she was thinking, since she had power over Joseph, that she can get whatever she wanted. But Joseph feared the Lord more than her.
Right.
And fled.
And on the flip side of that, look at David's situation.
Oh, yep.
He ended up committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? And you can learn from both sides of that and see after David committed that, look what happened with David. He was going through all kind of hell.
Yeah, the baby died.
They were
supposed to have.
Then his sons came up against him. You had Absalom.
Yeah.
So there's examples to learn from in the scriptures, man.
Yeah. And David's heart never departed from the Lord.
Right.
That's another thing. Is like, yeah, David messed up in the flesh, like you said, but his mind was geared towards the Lord to do right by him.
Right.
So when you come into this truth, yeah, you might slip and fall, but your mind has to be geared towards the will of the Lord.
Right.
Not nothing else. Because most dudes, my woman and my happy wife and happy life and all this bullshit, and that gets in the way of you and the Lord, and then the Lord remembers all your sins and kills your ass. Unlike what he said to David, he said, I've seen that and I forgive you. I'm not going to kill you. Because David's mind was like, I want to do the will of the Lord. I just, the flesh is weak.
He was sorrowful. You know, he repented.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
There
But you have more, bro? Or was you finished with that?
Yeah, I was done with that one.
All right, bro. You can get that.
You want me to get that Galatians?
Did you have a precept that you want to?
Yeah, I got a precept.
Yeah, look that up.
This is Luke 14. And I'll start at 27. It says, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
And that's another thing. When you come to this truth, brothers gotta learn how to be patient, man, and suck things up. Of course, don't get me wrong, brothers is gonna help each other out when necessary, right? But sometimes you gotta suck shit up, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to bear your own cross, man.
Ooh, man.
You know what I mean? Because every brother situation is different, man. Brothers don't necessarily go through the same things. For the most part, generally speaking, yes. But then in some cases, brothers' situations or hells are different from one another. Your hell is tailor-made for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So wherever that thing is, that's your journey. That's your cross that you got to bear. That's something you got to deal with, man. You know, and you got to be able to figure that out for yourself, man. You know, of course, you know, ain't nothing wrong with asking brothers for counsel. That's a beautiful thing, you know. But then there's times where you gotta have a mind of your own, man. You gotta be able to have discernment on your own, man. You gotta be able to know when you fucking up, because brothers ain't gonna be around you 24/7, man.
Going to the script. Well, first and foremost, prayer.
Yeah.
And going to the scripture of what our forefathers did.
Right.
In those situations where they felt alone.
Right.
Go to the Lord.
That's right.
Because you know, you might try to call brother and the Lord don't allow that call to go through.
Yeah.
It ain't like the brother being an asshole. It's the Lord saying, nope.
Yeah.
You got to handle this on your own. You come to me.
Right.
You know what to do.
Right.
You know what the scriptures say.
Right. And sometimes brothers doing too goddamn much, man. The Lord see that you know, Jake be immature, you know what I'm saying? And some of the shit Jake be doing, Jake be putting themselves in fucked up situations because Jake ain't thinking, man. Jake is out here being wild and shit, man. And the Lord will have it to where something might happen. A brother might get locked up, you know. And Lord, how you sit your ass down, man. And really think how you thinking about how you moving, man. You know, and like the brother said, you might be trying to call the brother, and Lord be like, nope. You know, it's time for your ass to really sit down and reflect with how the fuck you moving. And the Lord, and that's mercy too. Because the Lord will give you that opportunity. The Lord will give you that chance, you know, to get your things together. And a lot of times that's what those counsels are, man. Counsels ain't here to, you know, destroy brothers. You know, a counsel is to let, you know, that's mercy. That's the Lord give you that, hey man, you know, you need to chill. You know, you need to really understand what you're a part of, man.
Consider your own life.
Yeah. Lord giving you that fair warning.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
I'm going to jump to 26 and then read 27 again. It says,
okay.
If any man come to me and hate not his father. Now you're going to the word hate. In the Greek, it means to detest.
Right.
People want to pull you every which fucking way. You got to say, no, I'm going the way of the Lord. You have to.
Right.
I don't give a damn what you say. Because if you don't, the Lord's going to rip whatever you got in front of you away from you.
Yeah.
So you can go the way he wants you to go.
Yeah.
Look at Jonah's story.
Yep.
Try to run. Lord's like, nope, you're going to where I told you to go.
Yep.
He's in the belly of that fish. And when he got spit out, he knew what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Lord will take you through the ringer like, all right, you want to hide behind that little woman or that job? I'll take the job. I'll take the woman. I'll take the children.
Yeah.
Now you got to do it.
Yep.
I'll take the brotherhood from you. And now you got to do what you told me you was going to do.
Yep.
Keep the vow.
Yep.
It is what it is. It don't stop.
Yep.
It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
You can't be the Lord's disciple, man. Okay? That shows you got to be dedicated to this thing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That show you got to be serious about this thing, man. For the Lord to say that you got to put, this comes before everything, your family and even your own self. That show you how serious this thing is, man.
That's right.
This ain't nothing to be taken lightly, man.
That's right, bro.
And you know, the Lord used a perfect example because we know how Jake is about family, bro.
Yeah.
Jake loves her family, bro.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So the Lord was using an example of something that every Jake, loves and doesn't want to lose. But it's like, if you're going to gain me, you're going to have to lose him.
Right. But
if need be. If need be.
And like the brother said, the hate means detest because you detest, their works because they don't consider the Lord.
Right.
Our families never gave a fuck about Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shai, bro.
Right.
Never, bro.
Right.
So
right. But the beautiful thing about serving the Lord is, by you serving the Lord and being obedient and showing that affection towards Him and showing that diligence towards Him, the Lord allow you to be with your family. He'll give you time. It's not like the Lord saying you can't be around with your family at all. But this is number one.
Yeah.
You got a priority. This got to be number one priority.
And that's spiritual because like the brother said, our people had never cared about the Lord. But it's like they don't give a damn if you go to fucking work 7 goddamn days a week. They don't care. But this is my real job for the Lord, and you don't want me to do that. That's why the Lord's like, yeah, they gonna try to get in the way of what I'm telling you to do. And you have to be man enough to say, hell no, I'm gonna do what the Lord is telling me to do, even if I gotta lose you. And that's funny because in this manosphere, these videos and the red pill and the alpha male shit, they even tell you that. They're like, to be in your masculine frame ultimately is, they'd say have purpose. What is the ultimate purpose than to serve the creator of the universe, the master of the universe, his son? And also it says that you're willing to leave everybody else behind.
Right.
And going into women, they mainly talk about the woman. It says you're willing to keep to your purpose, whether she's with you or she's not. And they always say that. I'm like, see that? But who said that first? Yahushua. Right. He said whether they with you or they're not with you, you still got to do this. Right. Because at the end of the day, we know the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our works. Right. We're going to get all of that back 100-fold. So you have to really count the cost of what you involved in.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
Reading. It says, and whosoever doth not bear his cross. Now this is beautiful why the Lord mentioned the cross. When you were going to be crucified in the Roman Empire, everybody knew, oh yeah, you only going one direction. You going one way. You're not coming back the other way when you bearing a cross. You're going to die when you go that way. Yeah. So the Lord is pretty much saying, you got to keep on this road. There's no turning back. Right. You can't go back to what was. You got to keep on going forward. There's no room for error. Right. It says, and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost?
Like when you build something, you gotta make sure you got the proper tools,
material and everything.
You just can't. Oh, I'm gonna build this, and you just got hammer and nails. You gotta have the right toolkit. Yeah. You gotta have the right equipment. Yep. And it's the same thing spiritually. You gotta really understand, like, am I willing to lose, my woman?
Am I cut out for this?
Your faith, where your faith is. Is this going to really be your number one thing? Okay. Is this going to come before? Are you willing to put everything behind this? Put this in front and put everything in the back burner. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like the brother said earlier, man, the Most High is a jealous God. Okay, so anything that you're putting above the Lord, like the brother said, if the Lord is really dealing with you, the Lord will strip it away from you, man, or the Lord will jack you up. You know what I'm saying? But that's a scary thing too, because if the Lord ain't really with you, the Lord will give you over to that.
Man, that's the even scary part in itself too. Like don't get it twisted. Like you got all this shit and you got shit going on. Certain brothers ain't got nothing. And all they got is the truth. And you don't think brothers want family and children and all that? Right. That's why the Lord said father, mother, wife, children. These things that Jake really loves and it gets Jake up in the morning and going and shit like that. Right. We're family-oriented people. Right. So it's like, but the Lord was like, I need to know that even without all of that, you still rocking with me.
That's right.
That's what the Lord wants to know.
That's right.
But you got it. Oh, I'm blessed. You know how people got the blessed shirt.
Right.
They think shit is going smooth, but that really was put there to destroy a lot of our people.
Right.
So it's like, don't get it twisted. If you do got it, that's great. Praise the Lord. But there's no guarantee that you're gonna have it forever.
And you gotta remember too, the Lord's not gonna put anything that you can't bear. The Lord knows who each and every last one of us are. He knows our weak point. He knows where our breaking point is. Yep. So the Lord's not gonna put something on the brother that he can't handle.
That's right.
Okay, so some brothers some brothers can't handle losing their family. Yeah. So the Lord won't maybe not take away your family, but the Lord will make it to where you're gonna have to, make those sacrifices sometimes. You're gonna have to miss times with your family. And you don't have to deal with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's your cross. Yep. But at the same time, the Lord is gonna require you, hey, like when the Passover comes, you gotta keep the Passover. Hey, you gotta tell your family, hey man, I gotta really, this is something that's very, very important. I cannot miss this. You know what I'm saying? You really got to stress that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even brothers that ain't got wife and children, you know? You know, because when if you're a brother that don't got no responsibilities like that, you can kind of get caught up in your own little world and shit, you know. And you gotta remember that you gotta, hey, let me get my shit together, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says whether he have sufficient to finish it, lest happily after you have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Right, you make yourself look bad. Here it is, all them years you was going out there teaching, okay? You was telling your family this, you about this, you about that, and then you turn your back on this, and you go back in the world, you go back to being that same nigga.
Or a woman sucks you out of this thing.
Right, you become worse than before you came into the truth. Then people started laughing, man, look at this nigga. This nigga was talking all that shit about him being in the scripture, the Bible. Look at this nigga.
Yeah, wanted to burn up downtown and look at him now. Look at him now.
Yeah, he's just another nigga.
Yep, it reads on. It says, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yep.
Or what king, going to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
Right, you can't just go to war with somebody and you out manpower. You got more manpower and shit. It's not even just them having more manpower.
Yeah,
you're not considering the dynamics of the battle. You're not considering. You're not looking at it from a strategic standpoint.
I remember the Apostle Gabar went into this a few years back, and he says pretty much that scripture is saying you're gonna be against the odds. But even with that, your faith is so strong. You're like, hey man, I can defeat this. If I got the Lord on my side, this is nothing. Right. Because it seems like it's an uphill battle. Oh man, I don't know if I can give my wife, my children, my family. Because from Jake coming out of the world, that shit is like impossible to do. Right. But with the Lord, everything is possible. It can be achieved. Right. Like the Lord can put you in a situation where it ain't gonna destroy you. It's testing you. Like, I need to see where you at. Yeah. Most Jake like, oh man, that's inconceivable. I can't think of that. And that's what drives them away from the truth. Oh, I don't know if I can do that every Saturday and all this bullshit. It's like, come on, bro. The Lord is capable of anything. Is anything too hard for him? No. He can make your road mapped out for you. It may not be this brother's road or my road. But the Lord knows, okay, if you really want this thing, I'm going to make a way for you to get to the finish line. Right. And when you say that, it made me think of Gideon. Yeah. Because remember, he started off with over like 20,000 men. Then it went down to 10,000 because the Lord told him to do that with the going down to the river with the water. You know, those that he said it's still too many because Jake gonna say they won the battle on their own. The ones that put the tongue to the water, and those like keep. A dog. Then those that got their head all the way down. He's like, send them home. And then he went from that to 300. Or see who's afraid. Whoever's afraid, tell them to leave. And then went all the way down to 300. That's the real 300. Yeah, the real 300. You know what I'm saying? Before Leonidas. Gideon in the 300. which goes to show you, the Lord don't need a lot. He don't. The Lord always was about, small numbers. A few good men, bro. Yep. Like David when he was in the cave. It said his whole household, his family went down there with him. And who went down there? Hey, 144. And who went down there to David? He only had 400 men at the first. And these same men was gonna be the men that he's gonna use to build a kingdom. They went against the whole nation. The rest of the nation was with Saul. Yep. So it's like, it goes to show you the Lord can use few good men, a small number, to take everything. That's all he needs. It goes to show you, just because most people are going, most people are going one way, don't mean that's the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think, because they see a majority of people going a certain direction, they think, that's the direction they supposed to go because they see everybody else doing it. But the Lord is, but the ones that really feel the Lord, that's the road less traveled. That's the narrow way. That few people go that route, man. And that's the route to go. The narrow path. Yep. Straight gate. Yep. And it's difficult. It's uncomfortable. But what did it say? That's the way that leadeth unto life. Go ahead, bro. Stay on the path. Yep. What's under me? Nothing. That's right. It's Luke 14 and in 32, it says, or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
That's right.
So the Lord had to iterate that like a couple of times. Like, if you don't give up everything, you can't follow him. You can't say you know him, because you don't. Because a lot of these people in the world, they say they know the Lord, but they ain't willing to give up nothing.
That's right.
So, but the Lord, yeah, he gave up his life. So it goes to show you, like, the Lord, like, I did what I was told to do. You have to do the same thing, or at least be willing.
Yep.
Because with that comes life. Life more abundantly.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to that Galatians for you.
You get to let that brother Yashar. Yep. Yeah. Go ahead, Yashar.
This is so like it's Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren.
Kind of speak up a little bit.
Romans 12:1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Yeah, and that's what we do when we, not only when we go out there, I mean, mainly when we go out there on the streets and we teach, but also when we do these lessons, and even just overall being in the faith, man. We want to make sure we offering up a acceptable sacrifice unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. We don't want to be in the spirit of Cain, okay? This nigga sacrificing fruit and shit, and that sacrifice wasn't acceptable unto the Lord, and he got mad, his countenance fell, because his sacrifice was rejected and Abel's was accepted.
Rejected.
But what did the Lord tell him? He said, man, why your countenance fall? If you do right, you don't think you're going to receive for the right that you've done?
You'll be accepted.
But that goes to show you that rebelliousness, and a lot of our people are in that spirit.
Bro, that's beautiful. As you say, like, Jake won't do the bare minimum of half-ass shit and think the Lord's going to accept that. And the Lord's looking at him like, bro, you know what to do.
Right.
I set up your leaders to tell you what to do.
Right.
And you got other niggas want to do their own thing. And you see what happened to them cats.
Right.
Dudes that want to do their own thing. You seeing what's happening to them. The flesh overtook them.
Yep.
All the goddamn women didn't change nothing. Niggas is doing other sodomite stuff behind closed doors. Right. But it just goes to show you, like, come on, man.
Right.
You really think you gonna outdo what the Lord is gonna do for you?
Right.
Nigga wanna go get 3 wives when the Lord promised you 100-fold. Come on, man.
Right. Like, even like with your parents, right? If your parents told you to clean your room, right? And you didn't clean your room, you already knew you was gonna get an ass whipped. But if you say, like, your parents asked you to clean your room and you had an attitude and you cleaned it, right? They gonna remember your attitude. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it willingly, like, okay, ma, I clean my room, and you do it and you have the right attitude, your parents might buy you, they'll give you a gift just just for your just to show their appreciation that that you were willing to do it. It's sometimes when you even do something without your parents telling you, they'll see it like, damn, I didn't even have to tell them to do it. We always obedient to your parents. Your parents, parents know this shit like that. They know among their children, they know who the fuck ups are, and they know the ones that's they ain't got to really worry about. You know what I'm saying? And the ones they ain't got to really worry about, that's, if you notice, if your parents always calling you or always checking on you, that's a good sign. Because if your parents always calling you and seeing how you doing, and if you always the one that reaching out to your parents, they notice that shit. You always asking your parents for help, opposed to you helping out your parents. Yeah, they can see that. Not saying it's wrong. If your parents help you out every once in a while, but if it's like a pattern, you always calling your parents for help and shit. You know what I'm saying? They already know. Okay, he don't know what, he ain't out there taking care of his business, or she. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father can see when you're doing something out of the sincereness of your heart, or you just doing it by constraint. Yeah. You doing it, but you really don't want to do it. And then just because you do it and you in that spirit of not wanting, the Lord can see that. Like, man, get this dude out about you ain't sincere. You doing it out of constraint.
Yeah, he wants some for something.
Right.
When the Lord already offered us the penny, but we got to put in the labor.
Right.
We already know what the payment is. You just got to put in the work.
Right.
But Jake was like, along the way, that this demon wants to be given something. Like, nah, man, that wasn't the agreement.
Right.
The agreement was you get a penny at the end of the day. That penny is the kingdom.
Right.
Now you got to put in the work. Now you got the tools. Now you got the labor force, the brotherhood. You got all the help you need to finish the job. Yeah. Now do the job. Jake still talk, well, I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. Do it, man. Yeah. You keep saying what you gonna do. Yeah. Do it.
That's all I did, man. I did this, I did. Jake getting that entitled spirit. But go ahead, bro.
So again, Romans 12:1, it says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. And a sacrifice is something that is killed and offered unto the Most High. Yeah. So that old man should be dead, bro. Yeah. You know, Apostle Paul said that we are dead with Hamashiach. Yep. To the rudiments of this world.
That's right.
You know? Yep. Because what does this world teach you, bro? To please yourself.
Right.
You know, happy wife, happy life. You know, to basically just always
put them before him.
Yeah, to put family and yourself before everybody, to look to please your carnal desires. Yep. In this thing, we're here to serve and please Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai first and foremost, man.
That's right.
That's right, bro.
So let me finish that up. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
This is our reasonable service. And the Lord's not asking us to do anything that's not reasonable. Okay? Going to camp week in and week out is reasonable. That's not unreasonable, man. Okay? You not being able to spend time with your family, which a lot of times...
Just one day.
Yeah, bro. Like, a lot of times, like, if you a brother that, especially if you live with your woman and your seeds, you see them all the time, man.
All the time.
You know, even if you gotta work long hours or whatnot, you know, you see your woman and children more. You see the brotherhood anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord gives you time with your family, but when it comes to this work, if you bullshitting with this truth, man, the Lord knows, man. You can bullshit, man. You can't bullshit Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. You know. And if you really about this, you gonna make it happen, man.
Yeah.
You know, just like if you, Jake, that's into sports. If you into basketball, man, you know, if you really love the game, like Michael Jordan, that nigga loved the game. That nigga had a clause in his contract called the love of the game, to where in his contract he said, you know, if he's riding with somebody, right, he's in the passenger seat and he sees Jake out there, you know, 3-on-3, they playing the pickup game. He can get out the car and say, hey, you know, I want to play. And he can do that because it's in his contract. You know, and usually, you know, those NBA owners, they don't want players to play outside of the season because, you know, they could get hurt or whatever. But Michael Jordan, he had that in his contract because he was like, man, can't nobody tell me when I can't play. That's how much he loved the game. To where he wasn't even seeing those games, he ain't getting paid. You know, he just loved the game that much. Man. You know, so it's the thing that you gotta have that same mentality for the truth, man.
That's it.
That's he was on fire. He was on fire for, you know, that craft that he was in. You know, that's worldly shit.
Yeah.
But that's the same, you know, you wanna have that mindset toward the truth though.
That's what the scriptures say. It said be ready to give an answer when men ask you for the faith that's within you.
Yep.
Believe it's like that.
Yep.
So you gotta be ready. Like, it's inside of us. This is what we love. This is our first love. Remember your first love. This is our first love.
Yep.
So it's like when people bring the scripts out, it's automatically we gonna talk about it. Like, hey, what do you mean about that? Like,
and you gotta study, Slocky, bro. You gotta study. You know, you gotta labor in this thing, man. You know, when you at home, you know, read. You know, look up words. You know, cause when you out there teaching, it's gonna show, man. You know, just like I'm mentioning Michael Jordan, like you can tell he worked on this game because his game looked so flawless. He was just so fluid on the court. You can just tell, like, he worked on that thousands of times, man. You know, to where when it was game time, it was effortless. And it's the same thing, you know, when you go out there and teach, man. You know, not saying, you know, every brother gonna be like the apostles. I'm not saying that. I'm saying wherever the Lord bless you with, maximize that to the best of your ability, man.
Yep.
Don't be just winging shit, man. And you see that's what's going on with certain these individuals, these novices, man, just coming up out the woodworks. and they going into things they don't even know what the fuck they talking about,
and
man.
Through the spirit, brothers have love for this truth. Like when we get into the history, we in the history.
Yeah.
When we get into the prophecy, we in the prophecy. When we get into the kingdom, it's as if we're there.
Right.
Because we're in it. We're like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I'm about. Every day, all hours of the day, if I ain't at fucking slavery or sleeping, I'm in the word. I'm thinking about the kingdom. I'm thinking about the Lord's return. I'm thinking about our history.
Right.
Where we come from, our language.
Right.
Everything that connects us back to the word. People can tell, like, you know, certain people that listen to bros, they're like, I love how y'all have like a good time with the truth.
Right.
You go to a punk ass church, they make the scripture seem all boring, you falling asleep. Brothers out there like, we in it, like this is lively. There you go, throughout lively stones. We excited to bring the word out to you.
Yeah,
The
bro.
apostles they excited to bring it out.
That's
You know,
right.
you be sad when the video's over, like, oh, man, it's over.
That's
It's
right.
over.
If I could say, like, you know, like bro said, this has to be a part of you, has to be in you. You know, it's been a while since, you know, us three had gotten together. You know, just a fellowship. Bro, the whole day, bro, we could have filmed, like just our conversation was in the heavens, bro. Like,
Right.
what we were talking about could have been another video.
Right,
Yeah, a
right,
couple of
right.
videos.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3
That's,
videos a day.
that's how the spirit works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Our conversation is always in heaven. It's a godly conversation,
Yep.
a holy conversation, because it's conversation goes back into the manner of life. This is your life. This the way you live is the scripture.
That's right.
Ain't a gimmick. It ain't a show that we putting on. This is who we are.
Yeah.
So when you cross the line, you must understand that this is your culture, your history, where you come from,
Yeah.
where you're going. It ain't just a fucking group, the Buffalo Lodge. It's none of that.
Right.
It's this is who you are.
Right.
It's just like Spider-Man, when he put that suit on, that's who he is.
Yeah.
When Batman goes out there, that's who he is.
Yeah.
They like, no, the mask is Bruce Wayne. You're really Batman. That's who you
Yeah,
are.
exactly.
So that's who we are. We don't put this on. We are this. This is what we are.
That's right. That's right. That's right, bro. Was more?
I was gonna say that's being a living sacrifice, bro. Giving yourself up fully.
Yeah.
You know, and also part of this, you know, we mentioned, you know, we got to fellowship today. You know, like both were mentioning, both have families, both have jobs, both run businesses. So you might, you don't have the time to fellowship like you want to, but when you get the chance, bro, do it, bro.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one day a week, spend all day with the bros.
Right.
Saturday
right.
is an all-day thing. Is business being conducted. That's why I had to let the series going. We are businessmen. Like business is being conducted like that. You know, these niggas out here say money makes the world go around, you know, I guess, you know, whatever. But what does the scripture say? Money is a defense, but what else is a defense? Wisdom. And it said wisdom is going to give life to them that have it.
That's
we
right.
have wisdom, so it's better than money, really.
Yep.
What's really making this thing go around, this world go around is the multitude of the wise, is the welfare of the world. That's what the scriptures say.
Yep.
So what we're doing really is making this world move. Without this truth, this fucking place would be bland as hell. Like I believe the apostles mentioned it, or maybe it might have been brothers. They're like, if Gray Millstone wasn't around, how through would Jake be right now, bro, with these other groups, bro? They would be gone. They'd be lost. They'd be dead. They'd be just lost. But you have Gray Millstone, the brothers, the affiliates that really are into this thing, that really love the truth and want to give Jake the truth that we receive.
Right.
So it gives Jake like a place to stand on. We are built upon a foundation. Our foundation is Yahweh Shah.
Yep.
That's who we come to give you every time we open up these lessons, is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yep. That's right. You got more, bro?
Just the next verse.
Yep.
It says, and be not conformed to this world. Because like you mentioned, the world teaches you how to please everything but the Lord. You know? So we got to do the opposite of the world. The world doesn't worry about the Lord, serving the Lord, fearing the Lord, pleasing the Lord, what we do.
Yeah.
It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
That's right. That's right.
Again, Romans 12:2, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
That's right, bro. Because, like I said, you know, like the brother mentioned, you know, you gotta dead that old man and not be conformed to this world. And a lot of guys, you know, as we can see with this whole Gentile controversy, a lot of men haven't done that. You know, a lot of Jakes is still have that worldly ass spirit upon them.
It's about what they want instead of what the Lord wants. And these guys don't. This is why brothers tell us to go into the history. When we first came into the camp, we had the GMS homework. We had when you would go into the history, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Kings, Judges, things of that nature, Joshua, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go into the history. What made Saul lose the kingdom? Fearing the people,
right?
Listening to what fucking everybody else is saying and
right.
what they gonna think. No, what does the Lord tell you to do? That's why Samuel was angry at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, he said you didn't obey the voice of the Lord.
Right. I don't know if y'all brothers seen that show,
The House of David.
House of David,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
That show,
Powerful, bro.
man. Because when I was watching that scene, I was just thinking about it. You know how that had to really go down because, you know, when you read the scriptures, Samuel, he loved Saul.
Yeah, he really did.
You know what I'm saying? But he knew that his love for Saul didn't override what the Lord wanted.
That's right.
Wanted.
Man, that's beautiful.
Because, go ahead, bro.
So, like, I was just gonna say, Saul trimmed his waist to seek love.
Yeah.
There it is, pretty much. That's
Right.
why that was written. And what did Samuel always say on that show, bro? Every time Jake got fucking beside himself, what did he say? God is not mocked.
Yeah.
He fucking would curse Jake out with that. Like, man, stop fucking playing around
Right.
with the Lord.
Right.
This is his platform. This is his business. This is his thing. We just having the graciousness of the Lord.
Right.
Through what Yahushua did, gave us even this opportunity to do what the Lord has told us to do.
Right.
That's why in the scriptures it say we shall all say we're all unprofitable servants. We've only done what we were supposed to do, our duty.
Yep.
So if you looking for anything else more than that, ulterior motive or about your own goddamn self, the Lord gonna fuck you up. Because it's like, bro, hold on. I don't have to choose you.
Right.
He can discard your ass and choose somebody else. There's billions of our people out here.
Right.
So don't think your seat is just set. It's not. That's why brothers are constantly working. The apostles.
Yeah.
We're the apostles.
Right.
Still going. So they can hopefully get that seat. Have
Right.
Yahushua put the crown on their head. This is a job. This is a business. This thing has to go. A well-oiled machine. If you fall off, the Lord is going to replace you.
Yep.
So you should count yourself blessed and lucky that the Lord has even graced you with this truth. That's why I said we had this treasure in earthen vessels.
Right.
Most
you,
people kill for this.
And you gotta treasure this.
Mm-hmm.
This gotta be like treasure to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not treasure to you, you know, like I said, it's gonna show, man. If men on the earth can see it, you think the Lord can't see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
That was it on that, bro.
Hey, read verse 3, all right?
Okay.
12.
Romans 12:3.
Mm-hmm.
Give 1 second.
It's all good.
It's all
It's
good.
gonna hit the point right here.
You know what I'm
Romans
saying?
12:3, it says, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every," because this goes with Galatians 3, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. You know, just because you know we in this truth, that don't mean you know you got a sure seat on the chariot, man. You know, hey, the scriptures. There's a reason why it says, man, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. You know, this is a thing that's a constant. We constantly working. This is a daily thing, okay? Being an Israelite ain't just going out on camp, man.
Yep.
It's 24/7, man.
Yep.
So, you know, a lot of Jakes get this attitude like, okay, you in the truth, and Jake be an asshole with this thing. Jake go on the world, and you know, Jake, you causing unnecessary attention to yourself. Jake can't even go to a restaurant and chill. Jake got to comment on these damn heathens. Brothers trying to just, you know, enjoy themselves, and Jake got to be an asshole. Jake got to be like, man, look at this fucking heathen over here, man. Just, bro, shut the fuck up, chill, man.
Or even Jake has to be thirsting after every damn fucking, you know, thing
Feet
with a skirt on.
fell.
Right, right. You know,
Like, bro, like you a king. Like, all this is gonna come to you in time. Like, you ain't gotta do all this shit.
you know.
You know, Jay be doing too much. But that goes to show us brothers that's been around that this dude ain't got it, man.
Yeah.
This dude is just like the elder wants I say, he got the glaze of an Israelite, but he's not
Right.
Israel from his inside out.
Right.
He's not really conforming unto the image of Mashiach. He's not changing. And brothers can see that from a mile off, that you just fronting.
Right. It's on you, but it's not in you.
That's it.
Let me finish that up. It says, For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think,
Right.
but to think soberly, according as the Most High hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Right. Jake learned a couple of precepts, and all of a sudden, they just high priests. They just
Like the deacon.
You know what I'm saying? they you know, Jake become too judgmental. Jake become over righteous. And just a few years ago, you was just a nigga lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what an Israelite was. But all of a sudden now you this high mighty guy. You know, and we still in captivity, man. What the fuck you get proud for, man? You still gotta get up. You gotta get your ass up early in the morning, go to fucking work, or wherever time you gotta get up, you gotta go to fucking work.
Hey, you remember Kanye before he bugged out? He said even if you're in a band, you're still a nigga in the coop.
Right. You know, Jake making Edomites kiss their boots, kiss their feet, and then nigga, you still gotta go to work tomorrow. So what the
clown ass niggas buying land and shit on a land that's gonna be destroyed, you dummies. We got a land already that the Lord has promised to us.
Right.
Just wait, labor and work for that penny, the kingdom.
That's
niggas
right.
don't even want that. Niggas want the cake and eat it too. Niggas want to come up some other way. That's why the Lord Yahushua pinpointed all these niggas every turn that they would make. He already pinpointed their ass. Like, I already know what y'all gonna do.
Right.
You know, that's why Lord only need a few good men.
That's right, bro.
That got sincere hearts that's gonna gain the sure mercies of David. We all messed up in the flesh.
Right.
But we remember and see how David's life was, that the Lord still loved the man and still promised him everything, even though he failed in the flesh. But what made everything perfect? Yahushua.
Yep.
That's what makes this thing of ours even possible. Yahushua.
That's right, bro.
And niggas forget about that. These wayward groups that the brother is mentioning in name only, they forgot about Yahushua.
Right.
And that's why their ass is falling to nothing, because you forgot the man who actually laid down everything for you.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? And you always gotta remember the purpose of why we're here.
Oh, man.
You know, that's the thing. That's what's going, you know, like when you driving and you put the navigation on, sometimes you gotta hit recenter.
Yeah, reset.
You know, and that's what the scriptures are. The scriptures are that's how we recenter ourselves, because we're on this journey. Okay, we're on the journey to the kingdom, and sometimes you can get sidetracked. Sometimes you get, you know, you lose track of time, whatever the case may be. You have to recenter. The scriptures recenters us.
Yeah.
It keeps it okay. Hey, you kind of veering off. You know, it recenters to get you back in that navigation mode.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Now I'm gonna jump to I got Galatians for you.
Okay.
And I got the closing scriptures in 1 Peter.
Okay, God.
But you want Galatians, right?
Yeah, you bring that Galatians.
This is Galatians 6:1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness.
And see, that's another thing why the brotherhood is set up, too. Brothers keep each other in line. There's order for a reason, man. Because if Jake don't have order, you know how Jake is. Jake is just wild. Jake, especially if Jake that's not fully mature,
ain't been raised by a father figure.
Yeah.
A lot of us Jakes, some brothers did, but a lot of us Jakes wasn't really raised by father figures, authorities.
Yeah.
Till the apostles, really. Some brothers that actually did have their fathers. You gotta remember, we in Babylon, so they under the yoke of this fucking place, so they probably couldn't give you everything you needed.
Right.
But when we came under the yoke of the apostles, we returned and learned how to be men again.
Right. Because you got some, you know, brothers got different personalities. You know what I'm saying? So some brothers, you can tell certain things, and brothers listen. You know what I mean? Brothers be all right. You got some brothers you ain't got to really worry about like that. Yeah. But then you got them brothers that's hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Then you got them brothers that's just wild. You know, and that's a test, a trial, because the scriptures speak about you got to be patient with brothers. You know, be patient with all men. Some brothers you got to bear along, but then it gets to a point too. You can't, you know, use that because sometimes, you know, if a brother is being so out of control to where he's becoming a detriment to the camp, or he got to go.
You gotta cast him away. So after the second and third admonition, reject.
Right. If Jake ain't getting it, if it's not registering to Jake is still being a damn asshole. You know, you gotta cut Jake off, man.
You know, cold turkey.
Because the scriptures speak about, you know, that a corrupt tree. You know, like if you go to the grocery store, right, and you looking through the fruit, you ain't just gonna pick up any kind of fruit. You gonna look through it. You gonna look for sores. You gonna look, you know, for that rot that you know, because if a fruit is rotten and you got it amongst the other fruit, it's gonna spoil the other fruit. Mm-hmm. You know, you gotta throw that whole batch away. Yeah. You know, and we're considered fruit. Yeah. So if you got a rotten ass apple around you, and you just letting that apple stay, it's gonna corrupt other brothers. Yeah. You know, like you got guys that are murmur, talk shit about another brother, talking shit about this guy, talking shit about that guy. You know, and that could cause you know, brothers to become bitter, you know, because some jakes get bitter about the hell they catch in the faith. And then they allow that bitterness to, you know, fuck they walk up, you know, to the where they can't even be fruitful no more. They can't even do the work because they so caught up in their emotions. They caught up in that bitterness. And that's all the fuck they talk about. And they get around other brothers and brothers got to hear that shit. And it gets to the point, hey, bro, look, bro. Yeah. Brothers ain't trying to hear that shit, man. You know, of course, you know, brothers vent, but you know, it's a balance, man. You can't just, you know, you can't get caught up into that bitter. That's a lot of guys get caught up in that and they end up falling out.
And we in a beautiful time where you got an outlet. There's so many outlets now. Brothers can go train, work out, go to the gym,
right,
run,
right,
fucking hike, whatever, swim. You know, brothers might go get a harlot, you know,
right,
whatever floats your boat. Go get a drink, have
right,
a drink at the house, watch Netflix, something to get you out of just what the fuck is going on, because we all catching hell,
right?
And every brother got his place to vent,
right. But the thing is, the Lord told us this was how it was gonna be. Yeah. Why are you acting as if this is a strange thing that's happening to you?
Fiery trial.
we you know, look at the apostles and you don't think they go through things? Man, they've been in this thing for decades, man.
They lost a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? And brothers, we barely got our pinky toe in the water.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, this is something, you know, I mean, it's easier said than done, of course, you know what I mean? Nobody likes, it sucks sometimes, you know? But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What, you gonna go back into the world?
There ain't no point. There's no way. You can't. You just gotta suck it up and keep moving. Soldiers march, you know?
Hey, when you always shy, we made that account where I forget where he was, I can't remember what he was speaking about, but all the people left because they was offended. And
he's talking about to eat his body and drink his blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then they got everybody departed, and then he looked at the disciples, "You all gonna leave too?" He said, and the disciples said, "Where shall we go?"
Peter said, "We gonna go, Lord. You have the words of eternal life, and we have come to believe that you are Mashiach, the Son of the Heavenly Father." You know.
Bro, you know, remember that scene from that old movie, The Officer and the Gentleman? What was it called? Gear, when the sergeant is breaking them down.
He told me to tell out
he's like, "Get out of here!" He's like, "I got nowhere else to
go." That's true, bro. We soldiers, bro. We really ain't got nowhere else to go. Yeah. We're like David, and with the men down in the cave, they would say all them men were in debt. Yeah. You know, they were discontented. They were pissed off. So they went down with David in the cave, like, well, fuck all this bullshit. We gonna go with the one that the Lord has chosen.
Right. Like how Michael came at Tom and the Godfather too. Yeah. He said, man, you gonna come along with me? These things I have to do. If not, you can take your wife and your mistress. You can move to Las Vegas. You know. And he said, "Why you hurt me, Mike?" He said, "So that means you coming or not?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm coming." You know. So that's sometimes
you gotta tell them run.
You gotta do that with brothers, man.
Brothers you gotta still move with you.
Sometimes you gotta be an asshole in righteousness.
Yeah, bro. Hey, David said that. He said, "If let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness." Yep. So that pretty much beat my ass if it's a righteous thing you're doing. Then I'm with you. Yep. Don't just do it to do it. but do it for a reason.
Right, right.
It was what they call positive pressure.
Right, right.
You know?
That's what Apostle Paul did, provoke them unto righteousness.
That's it. Woo. Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Galatians 6:2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach.
Right. So we're here to help each other out too. Don't get it twisted. Of course, scriptures say work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's mainly. But also, brothers here that, like the brother said, you got a support system. We have a support system among the brotherhood, man. So it's not like you really alone. I mean, yeah, in a sense we are, as far as, bearing our own cross.
Soldier.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, the Lord blessed us with a brotherhood body.
Yeah, yep.
To where, you don't have to take on everything on your own.
Hell, that's a beautiful thing. And so like I had skipped a part.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Galatians 6:1, the last remaining part. It says, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
Right, because, you got to put yourself with you in that same particular as that brother. Like I said, some jakes can be very judgmental, man. And none of us, none of us is shit, man.
Yeah.
All our righteousness is that filthy rags.
Yeah.
Okay? All of us are worthy of death.
True.
So don't be coming in this thing with this fucking attitude, like you looking at a brother sideways and like you walking on water and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here with that, man. That shit is bullshit. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's phony. It's being hypocritical.
Yeah.
That's why Paul had to cuss Peter out.
Yeah. Being two-faced, so to speak.
Yeah,
It was what people were calling in this time, like you one way over here, and you another way right here.
Right.
You
That's
just
a
gotta,
hypocrite.
You gotta be that. It's like you got a lot of dudes on the other side, or even guys that came into the camp. Stop putting on this bravado, man.
Right.
Who are you in the truth?
Right.
Like, I ain't trying to be the next brother or the head of the camp and how he teach and
Right.
how the apostle Tahar teaches. Like, you got your own spirit, and the Lord is going to literally bring that out of you. Like, all right, this is how this brother
That's
get
right.
down. This brother teaches like that,
Right.
but it's still feeding the sheep in his own way.
Right. Now you might start off like that,
we all
because when you're a baby, babies, when babies talk, babies don't know what the hell is going on. But then after a while you start growing, you start finding your voice, you start finding yourself. Then the Lord, that's the Lord supping with you.
Yeah.
You'll start to grow, because like I said, brothers got different personalities, and then you'll be able to find your niche and where your gift is. You know what I'm saying?
And you learn off brothers too, because you gotta remember, this is an army. If there's a command, we all got that same command. We got one captain, one commander. He's telling us to do this right here. So if a dude is off tune, like James Brown, motherfucker off tune, he kick his ass off the band. Like, get this fool out of here, man. He off tone.
Right.
Like we playing this note. He want to play his own note over here. Get him out of here.
The truth is compared into a song. Someone's playing a different song, and get him out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's even in your conduct. It ain't even just about preaching on Saturday or wherever brothers go out. It's just your conduct of life. Like, if you slipping, you like, that ain't what brothers do. That ain't how we move. Get that guy out of here.
Right.
So it won't go back to the ministry, that the ministry be not blamed.
Right.
So it goes to show you, like, what's been taught. You know how we move. This is how you move. If you move in any other way, you're out of here.
Yep. That's right. That's that standard, man.
Yeah, we all have a standard here. Just like any business has what they have the overview of the job. They got the
policy.
They got the policy. They got the job model.
Dress code.
The dress code. They have they got the mission statement.
Yep.
Of what the business is all about and what who they trying to reach. And
job description.
The job description. There you go. So this is a business. We know this is our Father's business.
Yep.
You know what to do in this job, man.
That's right.
Don't act like you fucking working at Burger King or some shit. No,
right.
Man. This is the highest paid job and the highest, most dangerous job too.
Right.
That you can have.
You should know what's expected of you.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's whatever portion the Lord has blessed you with. You should know what's expected of you, man.
That's it.
At bare minimum, you should know what's expected from you.
That's it, bro. Galatians 6:3. For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Yeah, you're only fooling yourself, man. Yeah. And see, another thing too, brothers, don't try to make yourself equal with other brothers, man.
That's it.
Because like the apostle did that lesson, Apostle Gabar did his lesson years ago. The familiarity breeds contempt. And you know, when Jakes get around certain, you know, brothers of higher rank or whatnot, which, you know, brothers don't use these ranks to be tyrants over brothers, but it is an order. And you can't blur those lines, man. You know, because a lot of Jakes, they forget that, man. They think because, you know, and you know, some brothers that's high positions, some brothers are very, you know, you got gentle brothers and you got forward brothers. And some, you know, brothers will be cool. Brothers, you know, because brothers ain't on no power, ego tripping shit. But at the same time, don't get that confused, man. Yeah. Don't be thinking that, you know, because, you know, you might talk to the brother a couple of times, that mean, you know, that you can cross those lines, boundaries, man. Because Jake start getting disrespectful, man, thinking they can talk to certain men any old kind of way, man.
Yeah, they're gonna tell Jake how to run whatever he got going on, man. Like, the man is doing what he's doing for the Lord.
Right.
You can't cross him like that. Right, man.
The man was out when your ass was in the world, didn't know what the hell was going on. That man was out there laboring, man. Mm-hmm. Jake forget that.
They forget that the foundation was laid and they entered into other men's labors.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like the apostles and elders, man. You know, the man been laboring they was laboring at a time where they didn't have the internet, man. They had to go out to libraries, man. They had to actually go into books. Man. You know?
You got dudes out here lazy as hell, can't even do nothing, can't come out to the camp, can't report.
Jay can't even use Google, man.
Man, come on now.
They can't even pay attention, man.
Yeah, there you go, bro. Damn, man. It just goes to show you how much more catching up we need to do. That's why, brothers, when we first came in, wherever time it was, we was thinking Babylon was gonna be destroyed that day. So we moved on it right then.
That's the attitude.
We took the nose right there. Oh man, let me get as much as I can. This place is gonna be out here tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you got dudes lolly fucking gagging around and just, I'm blessed and I'm doing my own thing. Nah, bro, this place still gonna be destroyed. I don't give a damn how I look. It's still gonna go down.
Yep.
So you got work to do. We all got work to do. Know what time it is before you cross over, man. This is a war. When you enter into it, fucking arrows is already raining down. You better have your shield up.
That's right, bro.
Better have your helmet on.
That's right.
And keep it moving and listen to your commander.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
This is Galatians 6:4. But let every man prove his own work.
Yeah, you gotta prove your own work. You gotta be in this thing. Don't just be thinking you gonna ride brothers' coattails, and think that's gonna get you into the kingdom, man. You know, no, man. You gotta really believe in this thing for yourself, and you gotta have your own works, man. Okay, go ahead.
And then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone,
right?
Not in another.
Exactly, because then you can be happy because you know you got your own works, man. You know man, you know how it feels just to do when you do a lesson and the brother leaves a comment that he was edified by your lesson, man. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Now I don't no fame or I got people watching. No, a man, you sincerely edified a brother, man.
Man.
You know, you gave that brother understanding on another level.
Man.
You know, even if it's something basic, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what this thing is about.
Yeah, brothers might go back and listen to their own video and get edified. Like, whoa, that was
right.
A spirit that took over me. Like, it sounds like me.
Right.
But you can tell, like, hey, that's the spirit. Right?
That's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man. That's how you know you in tune when you go back and look at your own videos. Like,
right.
I got edified like that. But that's how you know it's the spirit.
Yep.
Because it's like, man, there's just something that's beautiful about that, because it's not about us. It's about edifying, building up the church, and feeding the sheep. That's what Yahushua literally stated. He said, all right, if you really gonna be for me, and you gonna be for this business, my father's business, you know what you gotta do. If you love me, feed my sheep. He told Peter, the head of the church, 3 times.
Yep.
So he can get it in his head, so we can get it in our head. If you truly love me, and you say you for me, you know what to do. Feed the sheep.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, bro. Go ahead.
It reads on, verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
That's right. Communication, like brother mentioned earlier, that's very important. You know what I'm saying? And like it just said, every man got to bear his own burden. Okay, there's times where sometimes you gonna have to deal with things on your own, man. Okay, that's how you're gonna be able to grow, because you can't always depend on brothers, man. At some point, you're gonna have to figure out things for yourself, man. That's how you're gonna be able to have what's the word? You gotta have some sort of independence within the truth. You know, even though we a brotherhood, some things you gotta be able to manage on your own. Okay, and that's gonna basically make you stronger.
That's right.
It's gonna make you more responsible, accountable. Okay, dependable. You become an asset to the body because you know how to deal with brothers. Ain't got to walk you through every goddamn thing, you know, because brothers ain't got time to babysit other brothers, you know. You know, we men at the end of the day, you know, scriptures say, you know, be treat each other, you know, in malice be as children, but with understanding be men. Okay, because brothers, you know, ain't got time to be sitting there. Hey, brother, you coming to camp? And that's on you, man. You know.
Is it important to you?
Right.
And going back to the camp, you know, we going into the field laboring, right? In the ancient world, you would get paid for every day.
Yeah.
So if your ass ain't at the camp, man, you ain't getting no pay, man.
Right.
Don't just show up when you want to show up.
Right.
And expect brothers to give you a hearty shalom.
Right.
Like, nah, man.
Right.
You through. You might get a shalak right on, man. You might get that. Because it's like, hey, man, why wasn't you at the last military engagement? We needed the whole left side to stand.
Right.
It fell apart because you wasn't even there.
Right.
You got to look at it like that. Like, if I ain't on my brother's left, he's open.
Right.
If I ain't on my brother's right, then he's undefended on that side.
Right.
That's how you got to look at this thing, man.
And you missing spiritual coins.
Man.
You know, because every time you go out there, that's us storing treasure in heaven.
Man.
So if you know, if you're not out there, if you, like you say, if you don't work, you don't get paid. So you're not getting those spiritual coins.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time we go out there and we teach this word, you know what I'm saying? That's us getting it in good graces with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because when all hell breaks loose, you know, that's what the Lord's going to, you know, bank on. He's going to look, okay, let me see what he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, okay, all right, that brother been out there, man. Yeah. But then, you know, Jake that was out here bullshitting, Lord gonna be like, oh, this dude, you know what I'm saying?
Fire his ass.
Cause hey man, cause that's how the Lord is, man. The Lord ain't with that lukewarm shit, man. Lord said he would rather have you Lord rather you be cold. Just being all the way in the world, man. Cause at least you know, all right, man, you ain't about to, okay, but don't be in that PC. I'm in the middle. Nah, man, you either on fire or your ass is ice cold.
Damn. Yeah.
You know, like that's you know when you get tea, you don't want tea lukewarm. You either want that shit hot or you want it cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
That is last few scriptures right here. Closing script.
Yep.
I'm gonna jump to 1 Peter 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna read both the KJV and NLT. This 1 Peter 5:2.
Yep.
It says, "Feed the flock of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly."
Right, not by constraint. You know, you don't really want to do it, but because you know, some Jakes will do that video. Oh damn, I gotta meet that quota. Like you look at it as like a, you know, like Esau on the police force and shit. They gotta hit that quota. They gotta hit that number. You know, but you're not really doing it because that's what you really want to do. And you know, a lot of times, you know, if you watching and you studying, and sometimes the spirit will have it to where you might be watching a movie, a scene, you know, somebody might say something, and you be like, man, that's a lesson right there.
Yeah.
You know, you can just be, you just be at home watching a movie, right?
Chilling.
And you know, you might just be winding down, you know, and the spirit will have it to where, damn, you know, and in that moment you'll get an idea.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Because the spirit is always working, man.
Always. Even
when we, you know, doing so-called carnal shit, right? Something that happened to where, damn, Man, that's a lesson right there. You know,
Yeah.
you can be getting off work, and you know you might go to the store or something. You might and you'll see a bird just fly out of nowhere, right? And you will see a bird start eating, and you be like, damn, the Lord feeding that. Yeah, you will get the idea to just do a lesson right then and there. How the Lord gonna take, if the Lord can take care of that bird, he gonna take care of us.
Yeah, man. That's spiritual, bro. Beautiful.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Read it from the top. Feed the flock of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, which is among you.
Yep.
Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
Yep.
I'll read the NLT. Care for the flock that Yahweh by Shemal Shai has entrusted to you.
Yep.
Watch over it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, but because you are eager to serve Yahweh by Shemal Shai.
That's right, because you are eager. You know, you gotta be enthused about this thing, man. Don't be, you know, and it shows, man. You know, like if you want to be at camp or not, you know, it shows in how you present. Like the brother brought it out, you know, make your bodies a living sacrifice, man. How you present it, man. You know, like when you know, like you know, in the world we use in school and shit. Sometimes the teacher asks you to go up to the board and show your work. You had to break it down, and you couldn't ask nobody to help you. You know, that's how the teacher know if you really been studying, man, or if you bullshitting, man.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in the truth, man. You know, because when you at camp, you know, your mind got to be at camp.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we brothers go through things in our daily life that we deal with like fuck. But when you at camp, that shit you gotta focus on. Your mind gotta be there. Your spirit gotta be there.
On the battlefield.
You know,
Right
your
there.
focus gotta be right there, man. Okay, because if your mind is somewhere else, you know, that's gonna affect, you know, the sermon, man. When you out there teaching brothers, you know, you gotta be in that mind frame in teacher mode. You gotta be in teacher mode. You can't be in that fucking, you know, wherever you dealing with at home shit, man. You know, because then you know, brothers gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Go ahead.
Yeah. It's 1 Peter 5:3. Neither as being lords over Yahweh by Shemal Shai's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock.
Right, leading by example. You know, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, when apostles, elders on down, even elders among our camp. Elders lead by example, man. You know?
Yeah, that word ensample is a compound word. It's example and ensign put together. So you got an ensign is something you can see,
Yep.
like a target or something you shooting for, and
Yep.
you got an example.
Yep. Mark the perfect man.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got brothers that you can learn from, man. The Lord have, you know, that's why the Lord got brothers that come in at a certain time frame, and brothers come in a little after those brothers, so brothers can have that example among themselves. You know what I'm saying? So brothers can, you know, to give that wisdom and pass it down to the next brother, crop of brothers.
Yeah.
So then they can pass it down. So that way everything's moving like a well-oiled machine. Go ahead.
This is a NLT. It says, don't lord it over the people assigned to your care, but lead them by your own good example.
Yep.
So we ain't fucking power hungry over here, just reigning over brothers and ruling it.
Right.
Hey, brother, hit that like button. I need the Patreon money and all that bullshit. Fuck that, man.
Right.
We labor with our own hands.
Right.
Out here, we do what we gotta do, and whatever money we do got, we put it into the treasuries.
Right.
That's among us to help us on a rainy day.
Right. We ain't asking brothers to walk to a damn cheesecake factory.
You go get
us a cheesecake and shit. You know?
making the van and shit.
You know?
Yeah, this 1 Peter 5:4, KJV. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, which is Yahweh Shai, ye shall receive a crown of glory.
Right, and that mentions that in Colossians the 3rd chapter. if he then be risen with Hamashiach in the Most High Yahweh, you know, when he appeared in glory, there shall you put with glory in him, with glory with him also, man. Because he, you know, Yahweh Shai, you know, we're joint, Lord willing, we be those men, the elect is joint heirs to Yahweh Shai. Because this is Yahweh Shai's kingdom that's going to be established. But the elect being joint heirs, they're going to partake in that blessing as well, man. You know. So it all starts with Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai got to get his glory first, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Reading on. It says, I'll start from the top. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
Right, just like these celebrities here. Like, look at Mike Tyson. At one point, he was on top of the world. Now look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, he doesn't have that same glory that he had in the 80s and 90s. You know? All these different celebrities throughout the different eras, you know? Look at the Diddler. You know what I'm saying? Look, in the 90s, this dude was fucking on top of the world.
Untouchable.
You know?
2000s, this nigga was like untouchable.
Right. Look at this nigga now, man. Through. You know?
He's done.
Go ahead. So that glory's fading away. But that's a corruptible crown. We're seeking that incorruptible crown.
And all you guys that came into this truth for ulterior motive, you gonna fade away too.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It says NLT. And when the great shepherd appears, you will receive a crown of never-ending glory and honor.
You see that? That's eternity. That's immortality, man.
Take it.
You know, ain't no immortality in this fucking place, man.
Yeah.
You know, look at Kanye mess. You know, that guy's bugged the fuck out. You know?
You with a maggot hat on.
Yeah, Jake is crazy, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. What you do with this? Verse 5. This is for the brothers crossing over and knowing what this thing is about. It's about order.
Yeah.
Law is order. It says, likewise ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah. All of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For Yahweh by Shemal Shah resisteth the proud, and give his grace to the humble.
You see that? So you proud and shit. You know, you think your way, your shit don't stink. You think your way is the ultimate, my way or the highway ass. The Lord gonna get rid of you, man.
Hey, through the spirit, even in the world, they got what they call ego death. Like you have to kill your ego. Like it ain't about you. Is these niggas talking about the universe and shit. But who's the creator of the universe? Who has all this moving the way it's supposed to move? And the Lord has given us our orders.
Yeah.
Like this is what I require of you. It said the meek shall inherit the earth. Now the meek doesn't mean weak. It means humble.
Right.
Like you're willing to take whatever the Lord dishes out in order to get a never-ending glory.
Right. Someone that doesn't think highly of themselves.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people in this society, they think highly of themselves. When in reality, you a piece of shit. You know, like these celebrities. These celebrities get put on a pedestal, but if you people really understood what these people had to do behind the scenes, these people are low lives, man. These motherfuckers are this abominable, despicable, sick, twisted motherfuckers, man.
Man, asshole.
You know? And yet these people get put on a pedestal because they on TV. Okay, go ahead, bro.
NLT for 1 Peter 5:5. In the same way, you younger men must accept the authority of the elders.
Yep.
And all of you serve each other in humility.
Yeah.
For Yahweh by Shemal Shai opposes the proud and favors the humble.
Yep. So the proud is the Lord's ox. Okay? They ox to Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Sometimes you gotta use that language these young YNs be using. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, you know hey, that's what it is, man. You know, that goes back earlier, man. You gotta pick a side, man. Okay? That's right. Was that it or
that was it?
You had a quote, you had a script, or was that the closing scripture?
Yeah, that's the closing one.
It was one of the closing ones. Unless you want me to keep going. There's a little bit more. I could stop at like 7.
Okay, what verse you at?
I was at verse 5.
Okay, you read the 7, then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, this is 1 Peter 5 and 6. KJV. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, that he may exalt you in due time. That's
right, and this ain't the time to be exalted.
Man.
Okay?
Our time is coming.
First of all, like we said, man, you know, we still in captivity, man. We're still under the hand of our oppressor.
Man.
Okay, so there's nothing to be proud about. There's nothing to be beating on your chest about.
Man.
Okay, look, our women don't even respect us. You know, we at a point, you know, hey, some of us got to resort to buy the kuba.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but
our forefathers did it.
But the point is, you know, that's how bad it is. You know, with our women, man. You know, and you know we don't have no respect here in this society.
Man, and like you said, what you gonna do? Go back into the world?
Right.
You got sexless marriages out here and shit. Bitches reigning over these niggas. Like you said, our women don't even like us. Especially the Southern Kingdom woman, the Judite woman.
Yeah.
She can do all bad by herself. So it just goes to show you, like, the Lord has literally closed every door in this world to turn you to himself. And if you still go with this world, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna kill you because you think you know better than him.
Yeah.
So before you cross over, you understand what brothers have spoke about this day.
Yep.
Because there really ain't nothing left fucking here, man.
Yeah.
And we left the world when it's still kind of jumping. You know? But now this shit is through. Yeah. So I don't even see why you even fucking taking a whole nother day to stay in this bullshit.
Right.
The truth is right there for you. Now only the elect is gonna come across and literally bear their cross and sacrifice everything. But this is NLT. Verse 6. So humble yourselves under the mighty power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and at the right time he will lift you up in honor.
That's right. In the right time, he will lift you up in honor.
Man.
And before honor comes humility.
And remember Joseph.
Yep.
Wrongfully, sold into slavery by his brothers.
Right.
Thrown into a pit. Then, wrongfully accused, thrown into a prison. And then after a while, 2 years, I believe he's in the prison. The Lord sent Pharaoh that dream of the famine that was coming. And only Joseph can break it down, and that was the right time for the Lord to lift Joseph up to power over that nation. So it just goes to show you, David in the cave. There came a time where he was running, he was hunted, then he confronted Saul, and then that's when the Lord took Saul out and exalted David to the throne. But it seemed like, man, it ain't never gonna happen. It will. The Lord knows the perfect time to lift you up.
That's right.
This is verse 7, KJV. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. NLT. Give all your worries and cares to Yahweh. By Shem Yahushai, for he cares about you.
That's right. So everything that we deal with, all the burdens, you know, cast it upon the Lord, man. You know, and really be sincere, really count the cost, man. That's the point of this video. Is to count the cost, you know, before you cross over, man. You know, when you watch these videos, you know, take notes. Take this thing serious, man. Because this is, at the end of the day, you got to fight for your own salvation, man. Every man got to fight for his own crown.
Let no man take that crown.
That's right.
That includes your own self. The old man is going to want to kill you. So you got to kill him. That's right. So that was it. That was it.
So with that, you know, we're gonna wrap it up. You know, hey man, that was spirit, man. You know, it's beautiful, man. Cause I ain't, you know, linked up with these bros to do a video in a minute, man. So the spirit had us go hard, man.
Hard to paint.
Yeah, that's right, bro. But yeah, man, Lord willing, this is edifying to you sincere brothers, as well as you few sisters out there. Stay strong, keep fighting, man. We almost out this bitch. So with that, we're going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahushai, by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect. Puts his word, truth, and sincerity. And we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, brothers.
Shalom.